Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
American Legion Baseball is back, folks. You could smell it in the air, the smell of rain, that is, but no rain in sight. It looks like the system that was coming through has been sent elsewhere by the baseball gods. We will get the season opener tonight for Wahpeton Post 20, taking on the Post 400 Comets, a team that they had to face a few years ago in 2023 in the opening round of the region tournament, and they came out of there with a walk-off win in extras off the bat of Jack Rittenauer. Went on to win the state title game, and now the 400 Comets are back wearing their blue and white. Digital camo on the arms, and your fit check today is presented by Gripper Sports Store. I'm Robert Wanick, joining you on the Voice of the Valley. Luckily, Twins baseball, they played earlier today. We get the night slot on KBMW. There was some talk about shifting this game time around, but here we are all hooked up and ready to rock. A beautiful night. The field looks tremendous. It is a 99.9 out of 100. Infield looks like a fairway at the Boydie Sioux Golf Course, and the lips around first and third, the edges all around the diamond, they are absolutely crispy. Great job chalking the field as well. So to continue your fit check, presented by Gripper Sports Store, Comets come to town today rocking the blues with the white arm sleeves, digital camo on there, some red, white, and blue, white lids with a blue brim, Fargo across the chest plate, underlined font. Typically, most teams are going to be red, white, and blue when you get to summer season. It just is the color scheme. Wahpeton wearing their home reds today. They have a plate across the chest. It's navy blue, white stripe, red lid. So they're pretty much all red up top with your white baseball pants. Hoping to create some chaos on the base paths today and get those pants a little dirty. Gripper Sports Store, downtown Wahpeton. They are your sponsor of the Fit Check. Stop in there for your custom apparel needs, jersey orders, hometown apparel for your local sports teams. They got it all. Custom embroidery over at Gripper Sports Store in Wahpeton. Pause for a quick sound check, folks. When we come back, we'll talk about last season's Post 20 team, a down year for a team that has won 3 recent state titles. And we'll talk about the returning key players as well, right here on AM 1450. You are listening to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. WAP season opener coming up at 5:30.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
All right, Robert Wanick back here at beautiful JR in Jehinkapa Park, John Randall Field, home of Wahpeton Post 20. They will be taking on Post 400 Comets out of Fargo. 5:30 first pitch, doubleheader today. A separate stream link for Game 2 is available on KBMW News Live YouTube. You can also check our Facebook page. That is kbmwnews.com. So Wahpeton, after a string of 3 state title wins in 4 years, last year they go 11-20, play their best baseball at the tail end of the season, nearly knocking off Devils Lake and Castleton in the East region. They lost both of those games by a run, 5-4 and 4-3. So they go 11-20 last year. We'll take a look at their stats. Led batting-wise by Dylan Veerstraight, .462 average. He only played in 12 games, really a late bloomer last year, but he was fantastic. 16 plate appearances, 6 singles for Veerstraight. Aiden Hayek, he tops the regular lineup last year with a .342. Batting average, .536 on base. OPS over 1,000. That's a big number for you analytics folks, and that's because he had 4 doubles, 2 triples, and a long ball. Hayek had 12 RBIs, 18 runs last year. He walked 23 times. That is easily the best number on the team. Struck out just 9 times. Kaysen Pinsonald, another big bat in this lineup, .289 average last year, .706 OPS for Pinsonald, 6 two-baggers. Eli Kappas, .250 average last year, a guy who hits it a lot to the pull side. He hits it hard pull side. He's got a great eye, so he gets himself into hitters' counts. And typically on a dirt diamond like this, You can hit it hard to the short side of the field. Puts a lot of pressure on those infielders on the left side, and he does a lot of that. So they're hoping he can produce some runs here in his final go. Last year was his best season yet, hitting .250. 18 singles for Eli, looking for an extra base hit today. 9 RBIs last year as well. Trayton King, he will be back. .242 average last year, .343 OBP. 4 doubles, 2 triples for King. Big kid with a big bat, just like his older brother, Big Bird. Braden Steffens, .239, did not play in the spring. He ran track, did a fantastic job in the long jump, coming off an all-state selection in basketball. Back on the team this year. I believe he's manning center field today. Carter Hockert is back as well after hitting .347 in the EDC. Not an easy task. And the lefty will be in the lineup today at the top of the order for Wahpeton. Let's take a look at the lineups right now in your Red River Grain pregame show. Lineups presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Leading off for post 400 today, the Comets will be started with Thomas Cotterbaugh, wearing number 16, playing center field. Landon Fries, he is wearing number 5, playing second base. Ronan Bjorum, wearing number 21, playing first. Cleanup man is number 10, Seth Egan, designated hitter. In the 5 spot, Jackson Molden, number 17. He is catching. Tucker Cozen, number 15, playing left. Reese Evenson, wearing number 8, playing shortstop today. Michael Essex, wearing number 2, playing over in right. Ty Thingvold, wearing number 11, playing third. And pitching today, being hit for by Seth Egan, number 6, Madden Dorr. So we'll take a look here at your Wahpeton Post 20 lineup. Their season opener at John Randall Field. What a night for it as the Thunderstorms just decide not today. It's time to play ball, boys. Sunshine is peeking out over center field. Wind is breezing just enough to take the edge off as we get into the summer months, and it should be a beautiful night here. We are rocking 2 camera angles, folks, in case there's a play at the plate or a play up the middle on KBMW News Live YouTube. Wahpeton will lead off tonight with Carter Hockert, wearing number 20, playing shortstop, where he played this spring. Addition to the team from the track team, Braden Steffens. He is playing center field, so he'll slot into a significant spot immediately. Batting second, playing center, wearing number 6. Aiden Hyack wearing number 12. He is playing third base today. The big righty, Rylan Flack, on the mound, wearing double 1, playing position 1. Kason Pincinalt wearing number 5, playing right field. Primarily played left in the spring. He can play all 3 outfield spots and throw some innings. Riley Jones, another guy who will be pitching some this summer, playing second base today. Great glove in the infield. He's wearing number 2. Number 10, Eli Kappas, your designated hitter. Number 13, Trey King, playing first base. And then Evan Doctor, the lefty, will round out the order, wearing number 14, sliding from center where he played in spring to left field today for the Legion team. Team is coached by Chris Kappas, assistant coach Steve Hockert. They're getting into the lineups on field now. We'll get into the game soon. Once again, folks, pitching leaders for Wahpeton. Stat reports presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick. Last summer, Rylan Flack pitched the most innings, 44 2/3. He went 2-5, but he posted pretty good numbers, a 4.0 ERA. We take a look at his batting average against, 276, so a little bit of room for improvement there, but the strikeout stuff is there. 36 Ks, 14 walks for Rylan. Carter Hockert with 33 Ks, 21 walks, ERA of 4.6 last year. Aiden Hyack, 3.80 ERA to lead the team. He also led the spring team. Fantastic right-handed pitcher, went 4-2 last summer. As we get into his strikeout stats here, 32 strikeouts, just 11 walks. So look for Flack, Hockert, Hyack, Trey King to be in the mix as well. Kason Pincinalt, Riley Jones. They don't have that Jaden King, Caden Kappas, Braxton Pauley type arm, Caden Hockert at the front end of the rotation, but they have depth in the rotation and the bullpen. We'll pause for the national anthem. When we come back, Wahpeton, post 20 versus post 400 Comets, American Legion Baseball season opener.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back to the Voice of the Valley. It is time for the sweet sounds of summertime. The ball cracking the mitt, the bat cracking the ball, spitting seeds here on the dirt surface at John Randall Field. What a perfect night for baseball, folks. Wahpeton Post 20 hosting Post 400 Comets out of Fargo. Season opener, Ryland Flack on the bump. Ryland Flack ate up a lot of innings this spring for the Huskies baseball team. 16 1/3 in a short spring season. ERA this spring against the very tough Eastern Dakota Conference was double digits, but last summer hovered right around 4 in American Legion Division A. So Flack will be on the bump today. His battery mate behind the plate, Braxton Heitkamp. Heitkamp just doing the catching duties today, not in the lineup to start the game. DH is Eli Kappas. Left to right in the infield for Wahpeton Post 20. Starting lineups by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Aiden Hyack will man the hot corner. Carter Hockert up the middle. Over at second base, it's Riley Jones, the sidearm. And at first base, Trey King. Lefty first baseman, big, tall, strong kid. Sure glove. Nice addition to the summer squad. Left to right in the outfield. Left field, it's Evan Doctor, super fast. His first year back to playing baseball after ACL recovery. Or I'm not sure it was an ACL. I should pump the brakes there. He did have a knee injury, a serious knee injury. Sidelined him from football and basketball. Returned to play center field, spring baseball. He's got range. In center field, it is Braden Steffens. Once again, played track this spring. Got track speed. And in right field, Kason Pincenalt, as this outfield is stacked. Really like the look of this Post 20 defense. First pitch, coming right up here. Ryland Flack toes the rubber. He will face Thomas Cotterbaugh. Cotterbaugh hits the first pitch up the middle. Ranging over is Hockert. He'll glove it, throws it over. Just in time, about a quarter step. Trey King pops out and reaches the mitt to the ball. Hockert makes a nice play to his left side at shortstop. One up, one down on one pitch. Landon Freeze up now for Post 400. As Flack stares over the top of his glove, taking a long time to get the sign, he will wind. First pitch skips off the plate, drills Heitkamp in the mask. No bad hops on that first hard hit grounder up the middle. Again, the grass looks smooth as glass today here at JR. 1-0 count, pitch on the way. That one is chopped to short. Hockert's going to have to move. He'll get it on the run, bobbles it, and won't get the throw off. Just a tough ball to get a grip on. And we'll await the official scoring. So I believe that will be an infield single for Landon Freeze. Hockert did a good job covering ground, just tough to transfer on the short hop. So 1 on now for Ronan Bjorum as the two-hitter reaches on an infield single between the mound, third base, and shortstop. Ronan Bjorum in the 3-hole, playing first base today, right-handed. As he's taken some practice cuts, game has a slow pace to it so far. Camera angle punched out so you can see the runner as well on first base. Set in the stretch is Flack. Flack will throw to first. A good quick move. Just checking on him. It's a nice little jump move by Ryland Flack. Big kid can move a little bit. Fresh count here to Ronan Bjorum with 1 down. Pitches in the dirt. Heitkamp able to smother it and hold the runner at first. 1-0. Post 400 coming out swinging early and often. First pitch ground out for Thomas Cotterbaugh. Landon Freeze, second pitch infield single. Ronan Bjorum has not seen a strike yet. We just get word from the PA team over here of Jason Hayek and Joe Schreiner. Jason running the scoreboard today. Joe running the PA. It is 86 degrees at first pitch today. First pitch right on time about as well. Flack looking to get some soft contact on the ground. Double play situation. That pitch is hit, sky high, drifting back into the infield. Here comes Hockert underneath it, and he'll haul it in at shortstop. So a 3-pitch at bat to Ronan Bjorum. Flack is looking to work a very quick first inning here. Get back into the cool confines of the Wap dugout. Seth Egan trying to keep this inning alive with a runner at first, 2 down for post 400. Another check to first base, throw is high, runner back. 2 games on the broadcast tonight, folks. These teams will square off again around 7:30. That will also be on our YouTube channel. It will also be right here at the Voice of the Valley. And the pitch gets away from Heitkamp, so that'll be a pass ball. Runner hits second base hard, but holds up. So runner into scoring position on the pass ball. Looked like a fastball with some tail to it. Right off the webbing. Seth Egan at the dish. And that one is hit up the middle, and it's going to get to second base. Great job by Riley Jones. He knocks it down. Play coming at the plate. Throw is in time. They might have the runner at third. And that's how they'll end the inning, or not. The infield is beside themselves. They'll throw back to first. Everybody's safe. Looked like fantastic execution. Tag must have been high. And I was just as surprised as all of the post-20 players on the field. Kind of jumped the gun there. Boy, oh boy, runner dead to right's pretty good throw from Braxton Heitkamp. Tag was applied by Hayek, but the runner just got his fingertips on the bag at third. So Wahpeton is not out of this inning yet. Infield single, 2 of them in this inning. That one coming off the bat of Seth Egan. Great play by Riley Jones, diving to the backhand side behind second. He knocks that one down, nearly another pass ball. Jones knocks that one down behind the bag, and that prevents a run from scoring. Runner takes second base on the pass ball. So 2 pass balls in this inning, and Wahpeton hoping it doesn't come back to bite here. 1-0 count to Jackson Molden. And Molden will take down the center, 1-1. One count. Now working out of the windup, Flack. Curveball dances off the plate, 2-1. Really nice downward bite on that pitch, just too much. And great discipline at the plate, Jackson Molden. 2-1, 2 on, 2 down. High pressure in the early innings. Flack gets the sign. Bell tie leg kick over the top delivery. Just misses the inner black Brushes the batter back, and the count is 3-1. 3-1, Flack trying to work his way back. Post 400 trying to strike first in the top of the first. That curveball just a bit low. So a 5-pitch walk to Jackson Molden, a couple pass balls, a couple infield singles that barely get past the grass. And the bases are juiced with 2 out for the lefty Tucker Kozin. A lot has happened since Ryland Flack retired the first batter on 1 pitch. We'll get a courtesy runner here. Ben Peterson, courtesy running, number 18. Ducks on the pond everywhere. Flack into the windup. Swing and a miss over the top. And is a right-handed batter, Tucker Kozin. Run scoring opportunity. He takes a hack at the first pitch, swings over the top. 0-1 count, Flack working ahead. Flack taking a couple days to get the sign. He will fire, and he goes high fastball right in on the hands. Strike 2 swinging. So Ryland Flack not playing with his food with the bases loaded, going right at the zone, and we'll see if he goes fastball, fastball, fastball. Flack working quicker here. Bell tie leg kick. Delivery. Late on the fastball, fouling it off is Kozin. 3 straight fastballs, back-to-back inside fastballs from Flack as he's working the heater in this AB. Oh-2 pitch on the way from Flack. Strike 3 looking. 3 straight fastballs, inner half from Ryland Flack. He turns the heat up, does it himself, strands the bases full. Wahpeton gets out of the inning. 2 infield hits for the post 400 Comets. 2 pass balls, 1 walk, and a Ryland Flack backward K to cap the top half of the first. On to the bottom half of the inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to AM 1450 KBMW and watching on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster is engineered for the toughest field conditions, restores up to 4.5% more power and up to 5% better fuel economy in comparison to typical number 2 diesel, keeping your operation running strong. 40% more effective at breaking down harmful engine deposits, and 2.5 times more effective at cleaning up and removing injector deposits in comparison to the previous generation of Cenex Premium Diesel fuel. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster helps keep your equipment running at peak efficiency from planting to harvest. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, power in the field, hour after hour.
ND Country Fest 2026 is coming July 8th through the 11th in New Salem, North Dakota. Darius Rucker, Nate Smith, Billy Currington, Terry Clark. Music and camping passes are on sale now at ndcountryfest.com. ND Country Fest 2026. Let's go!
So Riley Jones made the play of the inning. We didn't get much of a chance to talk about it. Riley Jones with a backhand stab at a ball behind second base, able to knock it down, threw it home. The runner retreated to third. Braxton Heitkamp put the throw right on the money. Aiden Hayek slapped the tag, but the runner got back. I was about ready to blow the microphone off here. It was a great play, but runner with a little craftiness, head first slide, able to get in by a matter of inches, and that almost came back to bite Wahpeton as they loaded the bases, but Ryland Flack comes in and strikes out the last batter looking. 4 straight fastballs with the bases loaded. High and in from Ryland Flack. Great attack. So Wahpeton will come to the plate in a 0-0 game, bottom 1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They'll start off with the lefty, shortstop, Carter Hockert. Hockert with a pretty still stance, slight bat wag, and he will take a crack at the first pitch and foul it off into the terrace seating down the left side. They got a 3-step terrace seating out there in down the third baseline, foul territory, adorned with brick and grass as the fans start to fill that today. 0-1 to Carter Hockert. He'll take a curveball at the letters. Count is 1-1. doing the pitching today, Madden Dorr. That's all he'll focus on as he's not in the batting order. 1-1 here to Carter Hockert. Pitches high once again, 2-1. Home plate umpire today, Josh Nordick. In the field, Craig Peterson. Dorr, traditional over-the-top delivery. Wind up, glove rest, chest high. A little bit of kink in the leg kick as he gets a fastball by Hockert to even the count at 2-2. He's kind of got the one where the knee goes up, foot goes out. Little quirk to mess with the cadence of the batters. He's got a 2-2 count here against Carter Hockert. And Hockert sprays the 2-2 into the parking lot. Yeah, this lineup has some potential to do some damage this summer, folks. Hockert, Steffens, Hayek, Flack in the meat. Pincinalt, Jones, Kappas, King, Doctor. It's got a good look to it when you enter this summer schedule. 2-2 count, Hockert battling against Dorr. And Hockert sits on the curveball and hits it out to right center. And a nice ranging catch out there. Good spot of the bat. Just a bit too much flight on that ball from Hockert as it is hauled in by Thomas Cotterbaugh. It'll go down as an F8, though it was caught in about 8.5 in right center. Braden Steffens, his first official at-bat of the year after a tremendous season with the Huskies. Did play baseball last year, mixed it up this year. Now he's back in the 2-hole. And Steffens takes a bender at the knees. Not a lot on that bender. It's probably a great ground ball pitch, strikeout pitch down in the zone, dangerous pitch to throw up in the zone. 0-1 count to Steffens. Inside out swing into the netting. Good speed. Steffens has great speed. Rocking the red and white New Balance cleats today. Back foot is right on that white line in the back of the batter's box. 0-2. And Dorr catches Steffens gazing at a pitch on the outside black as he paints the corner. 2 up, 2 down. Aiden Hayek coming to the plate. 2 big power bats back-to-back here. Hayek followed by Flack. 2 down in the bottom of the first. Dorr looking to work a 1-2-3. He'll fire to Hayek, and he'll hit him. So Hayek gets on base. It's not pretty, but he'll take it. Takes the 90-foot jog, throws some dirt on it, and Wap has a 2-out base runner. So Rylan Flack comes up with Hayek on first. Hayek not a real serious threat to steal. We'll take a look at his spring numbers here. Of course, the competition a lot better in the spring too, but Aiden Hayek during the spring season, 2 stolen bases. And they'll check him at first base. He gets back in plenty of time. Both pitchers have shown a pretty quick move to first. Flack at the plate with 2 outs. Fresh count here for the big righty. Flack takes a ball at the ankles. Count is 1-0. Flack had definite flashes of power during the spring season, hoping to put it all together. And the 1-0, he'll swing through it. A big cut. Barrow comes around and hits him on the numbers. 1-1. Hoping that sun comes back out. Quite a bit of cloud cover right now. Nice cool evening, all things considered here at John Randall Field. 1-1 count to Flack. Hayek standing at first. Long pause here from Dorr. He will fire. And Flack able to just hold up the hands on a ball that skips in the dirt. Looked like either a hard curve or a slider. 2-1. So a big pitch there for Rylan Flack to get ahead in the count. We are scoreless, folks. Bottom of the first inning. Wahpeton trying to move Aiden Hayek around the bags with 2 outs. Thomas Dorr taking his sweet time, comes set in the stretch. He will check. Hayek back easy. Assistant coach Steve Hockert coaching first base today. Does a lot with the pitchers on this staff as well. Chris Kappas coaching third. Count is 2-1 to Flack. Dorr open on the mound, takes a look, comes set. He will check again. Great throw there, made it closer than it should have been. Put the ball right on Hayek's body, but he gets in with the hand. Sooner or later, Dorr is going to have to face the music and fire a pitch to Flack. 2-1 count. Here it comes. And Flack's going to hit that one sky high to center field. Should be a routine play. It's hanging up there, and it's in the glove, so Flack flies out. Wahpeton, no hits. There's no errors. One hit by pitch. That was Aiden Hayek. We'll head to the second inning, folks. Scoreless here. Season opener on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton battling the post-400 Comets at the iconic John Randall Field.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Step back in time at the Fort Sisseton Historical Festival, June 5th through the 7th, just southwest of Lake City, South Dakota. Experience the sights and sounds of the frontier with cavalry drills, blacksmithing, fur traders, live music, wagon rides, historic demonstrations, and arts and crafts for the whole family. Watch history come alive with reenactors, historic demonstrations, period clothing, and family-friendly fun for all ages. Don't miss the Fort Sisseton Historical Festival, June 5th through the 7th. Find the full schedule at South Dakota Game, Fish, and Parks.
Here is where bombs are launched, corners are painted, and extra bases are erased before they even happen. Here is where pours are always perfect and the sunsets show off. Here is where happy hour prices every Friday means $2 beers, $2 dogs, $2 snacks. Those are all star numbered. Here is your budget giving you a slow clap, because this is Target Field. There's no place like here. Get your tickets at twins.com.
A couple infield singles, a walk, a couple pass balls. Rylan Flack threw more pitches than he wanted to in the top of the first, but an opportunity to reel it back in here. He will face 7, 8, 9 in the post-400 Comets lineup. Reese Evenson, Michael Essex, Ty Thingvold. Evenson batting from the right side of the plate. Righty on righty here as Flack delivers. And Flack once again working the jam side. Inside corner fastball. Batters have yet to get their hands out front. Top of the second inning, scoreless on your CFI scoreboard. 0-1 from Flack. That one fouled right to the feet of the batter. 0-2. A good crowd here for the opener. Concourse is filled up quite nicely. You know, no shortage of place you can sit here at John Randall Field. 0-2. Rylan Flack looking to make it back-to-back strikeouts and pick up where he left off. And he will bury that one in the dirt. Count is 1-2 as Flack tries to get an easy out with a chase pitch. Reese Evenson lays off. 1-2. Flack goes to that tight breaking pitch. It landed in front of Highcamp and kicked the other direction. So another chase pitch, 1-2, and now we'll see if Flack hones it in. Count is even. Ground ball, second base, Jones scoops it up, no problem. Sidearm throw to first, retired as King hauls it in. Evenson able to work the count back to 2-2, and then a soft rollover to second base for the first out of the frame. Brings up Michael Essex. He's wearing number 2 today, playing right field. A long and lanky right-handed batter. And a good-looking swing at that first pitch, but once again, just right in on the grip. as he swings and misses at the up and in chatter. Let those hands fly on that one, though. 0-1. Flack goes even further inside. Good pop on that fastball. That was a get off the plate type pitch there. Count is even at 1-1. And the 1-1 bounces in front of the opposite batter's box. So Flack can't get the grip on that one. We've seen a couple of those hard breakers land in front of the plate. He's been able to go back and lean on that fastball thus far. 1-1. And that one is fouled back off Braxton Heitkamp. So another 2-strike count here for Ryland Flack. Gets the opening day nod for Wahpeton Post 20. And there will be a quick conversation here between Chris Kappas and Braxton Heitkamp. I don't think it was because of the foul ball. I think it's just a quick chance to sneak in some strategy with 2 strikes on the batter. Kappas whispers something in his catcher's ear, and we're back to go here. 1-2. One, two on the way, and Flack is going to miss just a hair outside. Its count is now full, 3-2. Full count, payoff pitch coming. Ryland Flack versus Michael Essex, and he gets him. Handcuffs him up and in with the high heat. Ryland Flack is pulling the ripcord on that four-seam. 2 down. 2 punch-outs in the game so far as we are scoreless in the top half of the second. CFI scoreboard. Essex had no chance at that fastball. Day late and $1 short. That has been Flack's out pitch today. Brings up Ty Thingvold. Flack once again peppering the inside corner. That one sails away near the shins of Thingvold. Flack nearly had a 1-2-3 inning in the first. If it wasn't for that first pitch. He'll go off speed. That looked like more of a change-up variety there. Not much break, but a definite change of speed. He sneaks it in, 1-1. And the 1-1 turns up the velo again, paints the outside corner, 1-2. Flack will try to retire the side in order. Flack into the windup. And Flack gets a backward K once again. 3rd punch out of the game, 2nd in a row for the big righty. He holds post 400 scoreless in the 2nd inning. Wahpeton looking to take the first lead of the game when we head to the bottom half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It is the season opener, American Legion Baseball. No better place to play it than John Randall Field.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000.
There we go. There's that classic country jam for the bumper music to keep this day moving along. In this game, it's sped along so far. Scoreless as we hit the bottom of the second. Wahpeton Post 20 takes to their home plate against the Post 400 Comets in the 2026 American Legion Baseball home opener. This is East Division play. Ryland Flack struck out 2 Comets back-to-back at the end of the top half, and that will bring up Kason Pinsenalt, Wahpeton's number 5 hitter. Pinsenalt, right-hander with a slight back wag. And he will take a hard cut at a pitch on the outside. Not quite enough bat. 0-1. As Dorr goes off the plate with a first pitch fastball and into the windup. Dorr buries that one well in front of the dish. Count is even at 1-1. Pincinot taps both sides of the plate, stands in the very middle of the batter's box with a slightly open stance. 1-1 on the way from Dorr, and Pincinot takes below the knees. 50-50 ball goes Pincinot's way as he moves ahead in the count. Dorr into the windup. He'll fire. And Pincinot sits on the off-speed off Dorr's glove. Fielded at second. Throw to first in plenty of time. A 1-4-3 putout. Comets pitcher Madden Dorr deflects it over to his second baseman Landon Fries. He throws over to Ronan Bjorum. Pincinot is retired. Kaysen robbed of a single up the middle. Quick glove work on the rubber by Dorr. Riley Jones into the left-handed box. Standing at the very front of the batter's chalk. He'll take strike one at the knee. Rear foot is touching the inner half of the batter's box as he crowds. Front foot is open to the pull side. And that's a tough pitch to get to for a lefty. Outside and down for strike two. So Dorr with his most favorable count yet. One down in the second inning of a scoreless game. Dorr delivers. Jones fouls it off his shin. Stays right there, so he'll pick it up. Thought about throwing it back to the mound. He'll hand it to the catcher. Jones checks his grip, gets back in. 0-2 count against Dorr. Dorr delivers. And Jones hits that one to second base. Routine play is made. So back-to-back outs over there for post 400 second baseman Landon Fries. Pincinot and Jones retired. That'll bring up Eli Kappas. So Kappas, his first at-bat of the season. Graduated last year, eligible to play one last ride here with Post 20 with his dad as the head coach. And Kappas will take a breaking ball that doesn't break. 1-0. Kappas, good pop to the pull side. Outfield playing him straight up. And Kappas goes up in the zone to swing at a fastball. He'll foul it back. I'll die on that hill. It's the best pitch to hit. Fastball at the letters. 1-1. Eli Kappas as Madden Dorr delivers. And Kappas swings over the top of a ball that exited the zone. Good drop on that pitch. More of a sinker movement to that one from Dorr, and he has a 1-2 count against Kappas. Dorr into the windup. And Dorr with a looking K as he hits that low outside fastball for the second time today. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the post 400 Comets. Kappas strikes out looking. Jones grounds out to third. Pincinot hits a grounder off the pitcher's glove, corralled by the second baseman. And that's how Wahpeton goes down in the second inning. We are scoreless through 2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Back in 60 seconds on KBMW and KBMW News Live YouTube.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Two innings in the books. Both squads looking to generate some hard contact for the first time today. Couple infield singles for the post 400 Comets. No hits for Wahpeton. And Rylan Flack back on the bump for Wahpeton after punching out the last two batters. First pitch is hit hard to third. Diving play by Hayek to his knees. And the scoop is not completed at first base by Trey King. Tough play for King. Great play by Hayek as he puts the ball in the neighborhood. They just can't quite get the snow cone at the end of that play. Hayek able to stab at that one, backhand side at third base. Got up in a hurry. Throw was just a bit low for King. So top of the order hit for Kamis Kaderba. And that pitch slides outside. A nice backhand snag in the dirt by Heitkamp. 1-0. Flack will check first base. Nothing doing. And Hayek might have had a little more time than he thought there on that play, but I'd say I'd be pretty happy with the throw over to first base. It, a short hop for King, and King still trying to get in the rhythm. His first action of the year comes this summer, and another pass ball here on Heitkamp. Third of the game, and the runner advances. So Kaderba scampers to second. Not sure if there's a couple mix-ups on the pitches, but those ones just have a little tail, and they've seen a couple get by so far. Runner in scoring position, nobody down for post 400. It is Landon Freeze at the plate. Count is 2-0. Heitkamp has to slide over just a bit for that one. It's off the plate. 3 straight balls from Rylan Flack. Flack comes set, runner behind him. And he will hit the belt. Fastball at the top of the buckle, 3-1. Flack back on the rubber. Runner takes his lead at second. Pretty healthy lead. Jones flanking him from the Keystone. And the 3-1 pitch just a bit outside. It's just some run on that fastball away to righties. But he's starting that on the outer half, and it's biting away from the plate. So a no-out walk puts runners on first and second. Freeze takes the bag. Stepping into the box is Ronan Bjorum. Fly out to shortstop in his first appearance. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the first inning. Flack able to work out of that jam. Worked a 1-2-3 in the second, and now he has 2 on, none down in the third. Still scoreless here on your CFI scoreboard. That one is hit hard down the third base line. Foul. We'll keep the camera punched out here to our main angle on KBMW News Live YouTube in case we get some melee on the bases like we did earlier. Wahpeton nearly caught a runner in a pickle. Ronan Bjorum looking to do damage here for the Comets in a scoreless ball game. 0-1 count. And Flack just able to get enough on that fastball to delay the swing of Bjorum. As Bjorum can't get the bat head around, he'll fall it back. It's 0-2. Count, Rylan Flack trying to settle in and get the first out of the inning with traffic around him. That one's popped back. Braxton Highcamp has a beat on it, running out of room, but he'll haul it in right in front of the netting. So Braxton Highcamp lets up a pass ball, redeems himself quickly with a nice play. That was a straight up-down drop on that ball. That's very tough when you're looking up into the sky, but Highcamp makes it look easy. First out of the inning. Brings up Seth Egan, designated hitter for the Comets today. Right-handed batter, open stance, elbows over the inner half. That's going to be a wild pitch on Flack, is not one you can expect Highcamp to get without a high degree of difficulty. Made a nice goalie slide, but the ball skips through and the runners advance 90 feet. Cotterbot a third, Freeze the second. And we'll get a conversation here between Post 20 head coach Chris Kappas and home plate umpire Josh Nordick. It's a quick one, as both men return to their posts, and we have a 1-0 count. Egan at the plate. Corner infield playing up. Hayek just behind the lip at third. King right on it. And the batter will get time. Flack taking a while to get the pitch he'd like here. And he will into the windup. Flack delivers. It's in the dirt. Great block on a breaking ball by Braxton Highcamp. Just hard, tight rotation on some of these off-speed pitches, and they can go pretty much anywhere once they hit the dirt. Count is 2-1 to Egan. 2 runners in scoring position, and Egan will foul it back straight into the mask of Braxton Highcamp. Pops right up, looks like he's fine. That was a big pitch there from Ryland Flack as he avoids falling behind 3-1. Two-one count here as the sun peeks out. 1 down, first base is open. Astros threatening with 2 runners on. And Egan hits that one hard to third. Hayek gloves it, strong throw to first. He will concede the run. They throw behind the runner at second base. He's back. You know, maybe a play at home plate, but it's early in the ball game. Hits have been hard to come by. Hayek goes for the second out. He'll secure it at first base. Couple nice glove plays by Hayek over there, flashing the leather at the hot corner. 2 down. Runner on second base for the Comets. Jackson Molden to the plate. Three hits in the ball game, 4 post 400. None of them have left the infield. And what a catch by Braxton Highcamp. That one looked like it was going to hit the dirt. It didn't. He's able to slide over and catch it in the palm. One-0 count. Flack has fell behind hitters in this inning. 1 run on the board for post 400. And the 1-0 is hit hard to left field. Doctor gives chase. It one-hops him. He'll get it into the infield. No play at home. Comets take a 2-0 lead on a base knock by Jackson Molden. Cotterbaugh scores on the ground out from Seth Egan. And Molden brings in another runner with a single to left. 2-0 Comets here at John Randall Field in the top of the third inning. Tucker Cozen to the plate. First pitch to Cozen, right down Broadway, as Flack will have a chance to work ahead. Flack in the stretch. Slide step home. Flack misses in. Pretty quick slide step. His cleats come off the ground just a few inches and he's moving home. And Flack just misses up on a pitch with some good side-to-side movement. And that one is fouled back. As Cozen fouls it back. Again, Cotterbaugh scores on the ground out by Egan, and Molden drives in Landon Freeze. Comets take a 2-0 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 4 hits. Nice line drive single for Jackson Molden. The other 3 stayed in the infield. So a victim of soft contact today for Rylan Flack, trying to shake it off, keep Wahpeton in this game. 2 down with a 1-2 count to Cozen. 3 strikeouts under his belt so far for Rylan Flack. And the 2-2 is a bender, crosses at the letters, caught at the belt, but it enters the zone just a bit high. The count is full with 2 down. Runner will be moving on the pitch. And that one is hit to left field. Giving chase is Doctor. He's racing towards the warning track, and he will catch it. Made a difficult play look very easy. Great range there by Evan Doctor in left. Rylan Flack limits the damage to 2 runs on an RBI single from Jackson Molden and an RBI groundout from Seth Egan. Let's head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It is 2-0 post 400 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton coming to the plate. They'll have Trey King, Evan Doctor, then back to the top with Carter Hockert. You're listening to Post 20 Baseball on AM 1450 KBMW, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Guardian Energy in Hankinson continues to deliver on their vision, which is to provide the platform for collaborative growth in renewable energy through collaboration, scale, and excellence. Guardian Energy achieves that by continually striving to build a sustainable business that enriches their customers while enhancing the economic vitality of local rural communities, positively impacting our world. Give Brent Ortana a call at 701-892-0962. That's 701-892-0962. Guardian Energy in Hankinson. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here. Wahpeton hoping that the bottom of their order can spark them to get on the scoreboard. It is 2-0 post 400 Comets on your CFI scoreboard, representing auto owners. Thank you to Carlson Family Insurance. Wahpeton hitless so far against Comets pitcher Madden Dorr. Comets haven't hit the ball very hard either. Line drive single, scored a run off the bat of Jackson Molden. The other 3 have been infield singles. RBI ground out from Seth Egan. Trey King steps to the plate for the first time this season. He'll bat from the right side. And King swings at a pitch off the plate, 0-1. And it looks like Dorr is getting loose out there. Fastball playing a little livelier here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Dorr delivers. Goes right back to the outside corner. Strike 2 swinging. So King up there with a mission. 0 for 2 so far. We'll see if 3rd time's a charm or if Dorr stays out of the zone. And he will throw that one in the dirt, 1-2. So neither pitcher has been able to generate much on the chase. They have had to come to the plate to get offerings today. No errors yet today by either team. As the 1-2 comes to King. And King will ground that over to short. Play made. Throw across the diamond. It's close. And he is out. Not by much. As King, with some surprising speed there, a routine grounder. And he nearly beats it out. So keep an eye on that and an ear on that this summer, folks, as he can wheel. But it's another out in the books here for Dorr and the post 400 Comets. 6-3 put out, play made over there at shortstop by Reese Evenson. A good job getting that from the palm to the web and firing it to first. Evan Doctor at the plate now for Wahpeton. And the lefty will take down for ball 1. Doctor top. On deck is Carter Hockert. In the hole, Braden Steffens. One 0 to Doctor. Thought about it, but he'll watch. Strike 1 on the outside. could see he got into his load and got the hand started there, just couldn't pull the trigger. And Dorr misses up and out. Doctor trying to reach as the number 9 hitter here. 2-1 count. Dorr misses down and into Doctor as that one brushes the dirt on the batter's box. Doctor's 1 pitch away from a walk. 3-1. On the way, and Doctor's taken all the way. Count is now full. We'll see who wins the battle here at John Randall Field. Wahpeton needs base runners. Down 2-0, bottom 3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1 out. Evan Doctor with a full count. And Doctor takes just below the front kneecap. A dicey pitch to take, and it pays off as Doctor runs down to first base with a 1-out walk. Carter Hockert back to the plate, affectionately known here around these parts as Bob Hockert. Fly ball to right center field, hit pretty hard in his first at-bat. Just stayed up in the wind. Doctor runs well on first base. Dorr with a great move. And he'll check right away. Doctor's got a couple more steps if he wants. Dorr takes a moment, then he steps in. Fiddles with his grip as he takes the sign. Peeks over at first, comes completely set. Moment of silence. And Doctor gets time. The cat and mouse game between the batter and pitcher, one of the nuances of America's pastime. And it's Hockert at the plate. Hockert gets time. Doctor on first. Lefty had me confused for a moment. And Hockert drills the first pitch deep in the gap to right center, and it is chased down. Right hit, wrong spot is the speedy right fielder for the Comets. That's Michael Essex. Books it in front of the scoreboard, robs Hockert of a triple. And Wahpeton has 2 outs in the frame. Hockert unloaded on that pitch right in the wheelhouse. And where Essex is playing kind of shallow right field straight up, that was a good bust to the ball by Essex. Nice read off the barrel. So Hockert with 2 sting balls early on, nothing to show for it. 2 outs, Braden Steffens to the plate. And at the very last second, Wahpeton's going to get time again. Dorr had started his motion, luckily able to hold up. You know, both pitchers just very methodical today. It's kind of a little muggy out there, sticky out there. You know, you want to take your time, take a breath before you fire the pitch. Steffens looking to keep the inning alive. And he's not going to get time this time. We get a balk. And this could be interesting. I'm curious here if they're going to say that Steffens caused the balk by asking for time, and they are. No, they're not. They're going to give him the base. Okay. I thought that was going to be kind of the do-over there when the unintentional balk is caused by the batter, but they're going to award Wahpeton second base. So Doctor takes second base. Steffens asks for time, throws off the pitcher. He's called for a balk. Runner in scoring position, as this could prove to be a big point in the game. And Dorr definitely not sending this next day delivery as he takes his time again and then steps off the back of the rubber. We have yet to see a pitch in this at-bat. 2 outs, fresh count. Braden Steffens at the plate. Runner on second base following the balk. And Steffens takes strike 1, a nice pitch that danced inside. Started off middle. Ran its way under the hands of Steffens. 0-1 count. After all that, Dorr finds the zone. Little gamesmanship out here today from the pitching staffs. 0-1. Dorr takes a couple looks at the runner. Back to the plate. He'll fire. Little sweeper from Dorr. Fell off the face of the earth. Count is 1-1. Got a little music going here, trying to pump up the pace of play a little bit. 1-1 count now. Dorr gets the sign, comes set. Glove rests chest high. Dorr delivers. Steffens hits that one off the end cap, bloops it out to left field. Tough play coming on and ending the inning. As that one once again hung up in the jet stream, catch made in left by Tucker Cozen. Wahpeton unable to take advantage of the Evan Doctor walk and the balk by Dorr. They go down scoreless. And Hockert hits the hardest ball of the day, tracked down by Michael Essex. Maybe a sign for Wahpeton to keep it out of right field because that kid was moving. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, top of the fourth inning, score is 2-0. Fargo post 400 Comets, leading Wahpeton post 20 in the 2026 American Legion Baseball season opener.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Eggman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Right back here at John Randall Field, Wahpeton goes down quietly. They are still looking for their first hit of the game. They trail the Fargo post 400 Comets 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Leading off the top of the fourth for post 400. It's number 8, the shortstop,
Reese Evenson will start the party off as post 400 looking to build on their lead. That one is hit to right field down the line. Trey King covering a lot of ground as the first baseman runs out of room against the foul fence. And again, just very, very impressed by that kid's agility. His ability to, I guess, acceleration would be the word. So he gets up to speed in a hurry. Nearly caught that one. So Tucker Cozen down 0-1 against Rylan Flack. Flack goes to the 12-6, and it dips into the plate. So Flack has some next-level break on these pitches. He just has been unable to locate his off-speed arsenal today. Count is 1-1. And Evenson grounds that one to short. Backhand play in the hole by Hockert. Throw to first. And it's caught just inches off the dirt by Trey King. So a nice 6-3. Hockert deep in the hole at short. King does the rest as he picks it right above the dirt. Early Play of the Week candidate presented by Carson Zarek at Nodak Insurance. You can click the videos tab on KBMWnews.com Facebook and find all of our previous plays of the week from spring broadcasts. Cozen retired on the slick play at shortstop by Carter Hockert. And the first pitch, Essex is going to follow it back. Another chance for Highcamp, and that one will sail back towards First Street. So Michael Essex, strikeout victim his first time, down 0-1 here against Flack. And Flack with a beautiful, tight breaking ball. Looked like it was going to hit Essex. It caught every part of the plate, 0-2. Best pitch of the game from Rylan Flack. And he nearly follows it up by catching Essex looking. That one just off the plate, 1-2. Tough to go from that tight breaker to that four-seam fastball. We'll see what he does here. Goes back to the breaking ball, and that one is sprayed into shallow right. Coming on hard and making a great catch is Kason Pincenalt. Ball knuckling a little bit. Pincenalt able to catch it coming in basket style to retire Essex. 2 down, bottom of the order, Ty Thingvold. First pitch to Thingvold. Just misses the outside corner again. Anything off the black has been a ball. Strike zone is typically, I don't want to say tight, it's just, the actual strike zone, and Josh Nordic tends to stick to it. Very, very consistent umpire, as that one does find the zone 1-1. I mean, we don't want to talk about the efficacy of umpires, but in my opinion, he's one of the best umpires in the state. And Flack gets a swing and a miss on a pitch upstairs. 2-strike count here. Flack looking for his first K since the second inning. Ooh, everybody leaving the field on a pitch down and in, and it just misses. Count is 2-2. Gets a check swing from Thingvold, and we'll run it back. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Flack wants to get in the dugout, and he'll miss just outside. So Flack everywhere but the zone. Oh, so close. Count is full with 2 down. Base is empty. And that one is fouled back. So staying alive is Ty Thingvold. Flack almost caught him as a spectator twice. Unable to hit the inside or the outside corner. And we'll have another payoff pitch. It's in the dirt. So 7-pitch walk to Ty Thingvold with 2 outs here in the 4th inning, and the Comets have a base runner and a 2-0 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, representing auto owners. Back to the top of the order, Thomas Cotterbaugh. I believe the last time he reached was on that hard grounder to Hayek. Hayek making a diving backhand play. Cotterbaugh running it out for a single. Came around to score. The guy on deck, Landon Freeze, also came around to score in the second. That's where we stand at 2-0. Breaking ball lands in front of the plate. Bounces off the chest protector of Heitkamp, and it allows the runner to second base. Nice effort there by Heitkamp to get on top of that ball, but the rotation on the laces made it skip away. So another runner in scoring position. It's the 9-man Thingvold with leadoff man Thomas Cotterbaugh at the plate. And Flack overthrows that one, so his second wild pitch of the game. And Thingvold's getting a free pass around the bases. Thingvold 90 feet away from tacking on to this 2-0 Comets lead on your CFI scoreboard. We'll get our first Heitkamp Construction mound visit, presented by Heitkamp in West Wahpeton, well, Northwest Wahpeton. Once you know who they are, you won't build any other way. They have a tremendous crew of guys out there. My dad's been there for 30-plus years, and I've seen firsthand the tremendous work they can do and how they treat their employees and how hard they work for the community. Industrial, commercial, serving residential clients. Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton. Once you know who they are, you won't build any other way. As that's a quick mound visit from Steve Hockert, the first base coach and the pitching coach. Comes out there, talks to Flack, and he'll head back to the dugout. So Rylan Flack with a 2-0 count here to the leadoff man, Thomas Cotterbaugh, 1 for 2 with an infield single. Both of his grounders have went to the left side. 2-0 on the way, and that one is popped into foul territory. Trey King has a beat on it. He'll get called off by Jones, and Jones will drop it in foul territory. You know, and it's the right play. I know they didn't execute it, but that ball sailing behind King's head. A nice straight angle on it from the second baseman coming over, but Jones lets it drop in foul territory. So big break here for post 400 and Thomas Cotterbaugh, as the count will go 2-1 to the leadoff man. Two-1 windup here from Flack, and that one is fouled back. As Flack will have a chance here to register his 4th punch out of the ball game. Strikeout to end the first inning, back-to-back Ks to close the second. And he'll miss high. Count is full. Back-to-back full counts for the righty, Ryland Flack. Payoff pitch. And Flack's going to get a swing. He'll cash in on the check swing. No appeal needed. Crew chief Josh Nordick brings up the batter, and Flack goes right inside to that handcuff four-seam. Runs it in on the hands. A defensive check swing from the leadoff man, and Flack strands a runner. That guy is buckling down and getting the job done today. Wahpeton trying to give him some runs when they come out to bat. It is 2-0. Post 400 Comets on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Flack has now ended 3 separate innings with a strikeout. You're listening to Post 20 Baseball on AM 1450 KBMW and watching KBMW News Live YouTube, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and a pitching change for the Comets. Madden Dorr will not have a chance to log a no-hitter here on opening day 2026 as he's pulled after 3 no-hit innings. Coming on in relief is Ben Peterson, number 18, big, tall righty. And what we saw with Dorr, not a whole lot of heat. Didn't throw the ball overly hard. Nothing super fancy. He just missed bats and got the job done. Holding post 20 hitless, and maybe a good change of scenery here for the Wahpeton bats to get going. Maybe not. We'll see what Peterson has in his back pocket. Aiden Hayek will lead it off. Wahpeton will go 3-4-5 in the order. First pitch down and out. A catapult style straight over the top delivery, downward plane from a tall pitcher. Hayek, plenty of juice in his bat. Trying to spark a rally here for post 20. Hayek takes in, brushes him back. Hayek was hit by pitch back in the first inning. Righty on righty here into the windup. Bell tie leg kick. Hayek's going to drill that one into center. And it's going to drop, and it's going to run the gap. So Hayek will hit first base. Here comes the throw back to the infield, and Hayek is in feet first. Bad angle from the center fielder. Hayek picks up his first base coach. Steve Hockert turns a blooper, a sinking liner, into a double, a clean double as it runs the gap. So Wahpeton post 20 breaks up the team no-hitter. And the pitching change backfires on the Comets as Hayek deposits a double into right center field. First hit, first extra base hit. Post 20 is in business on their home diamond. So 1 for 1 for Aiden in this game with a hit by pitch. And Ryland Flack hoping to produce in the number 4 spot. That's where you want your RBIs to come from. His first opportunity to do so this summer. Hayek with a nominal lead at second base. Probably just trying to stay out of trouble here with nobody out. Infielders will leave him alone. And a fantastic pick by the catcher. Didn't even get out of his stance as that one bounced right at his chest. Snag made by Jackson Molden behind the dish. We have a straight switch, by the way. as Dorr exits and Peterson enters in relief. Dorr out of the ballgame for now. Nobody out, a leadoff double from Aiden Hayek. And Flack will take strike one, a nice pitch. Buckles the knees on the outside corner. Again, a great downward plane here, long stride from Peterson. You got to imagine it's a little hard to pick up. Peterson comes set. Glove rest chest high. Couple glances at Hayek. He'll fire. He'll miss inside. So that one goes right underneath the knob. 2-1. Flack works himself into a hitter's count, trying to tap that power swing. Post 400 pitching staff in no hurry out there on the mound. 2-1. Peterson. And he'll miss outside. 31 here to Ryland Flack. Waiting in the wings, Kaysen Pincinalt, a guy who knows a thing or two about driving in runs. Post 20 trying to get back in this 2-0. They trail in the bottom of 4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Peterson set, runner on second. Flack with a 3-1 count. Stepping off the back of the rubber and walking Hayek back to the bag. Peterson just needed a reset. Trying to work this count in his favor. It's 3-1 now. And Flack takes a pitch down and in for a strike, ready to throw his bat towards the dugout and take first, but he'll have to stay for at least one more pitch. Pinpoint location from Peterson runs the count full. Payoff pitch on the way. Flack's going to hit that softly to third. Hayek will retreat. Third baseman gives a look. Throw is high, but handled. So nice play there by post 400. Over at the hot corner, Ty Thingvold looking Hayek back and firing to first to retire Ryland Flack. 5-3 putout brings up Kaysen Pincinalt. Again, Wahpeton trying to break the shutout. They broke up the no-hitter in a big way. Leadoff double by Aiden Hayek. Flack rolls over, and we have one down. Kaysen Pincinalt won a state championship last summer in amateur baseball with the Wahpeton Whoppers. Hoping to have another banner year here. He'll jump on the first pitch, foul it to the first base side, and it'll get out of play. Good hustle over there by Comets first baseman Ronan Bjorum. Made his way all the way to the on-deck circle before the ball sailed out. 0-1 count to Pincinalt. Quick hands. Righty's got very quick hands. Allows him to see pitches a bit longer than some hitters. 0-1 to Kaysen Pincinalt. Ben Peterson on the mound in relief. He'll go to the off-speed, and Pincinalt not expecting it. Stays put, it's 0-2. Peterson looking to work around a leadoff double. Comets pulled their starter Madden Dorr after 3 no-hit innings. 0-2 count to Kaysen Pincinalt in the 5 spot. Wahpeton trails 2-0 CFI scoreboard. Peterson looking for his first strikeout. Couple glances to the second, he'll fire home. The 0-2 is hit to the right side. Fielded by the first baseman, advances Hayek to third. Wahpeton down to their final out of the inning with Aiden Hayek standing at third. Pincinalt grounds out to Ronan Bjorum at first base, 2 down in the inning. Brings up Riley Jones, ground out to second base. Back in the second inning. Jones from the left side. Hayek at third. Jones hits the first pitch to shortstop. It is caught. Pretty routine play, a sinking liner, and Wahpeton spoils the leadoff double by Aiden Hayek They go scoreless. It is 2-0. Post 400 Comets. 4 innings complete. Ryland Flack will try to keep it where it's at and hope the Huskies can wake up the bats when we come back on KBMW. You're watching on KBMW News Live YouTube, listening at the Voice of the Valley, all part of the i3G Sports Network.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
AM 1450, KDMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.
Ryland Flack back on the hill for Wahpeton post 20 for his 5th inning of work. It is 2-0. Post 400 Comets on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 3 infield hits, an RBI liner to left, as Ryland Flack has, for the most part, kept their offense at bay. But he hasn't gotten any run support. Just 1 hit from the Huskies. A leadoff double by Aiden Hyack in the bottom of the 4th. Wahpeton unable to bring him around. So it's 2-0. Fargo post 400 Comets on opening day here at John Randall Field. And Flack pitching a gem in his own right, holding the Comets to 4 hits so far. Two walks so far for Ryland Flack. 4 strikeouts for the right-hander. He'll face Landon Freeze. First pitch to Freeze. Again, another nice tight breaker. Mostly 12-6 break on that last pitch as it clips the knees 0-1. Flack uses the element of surprise. 0-2 on the way. Flack elevates the fastball, gets a chase as Freeze falls over the dish. Flack's got the swing and miss stuff working. 0-2, we'll see which pitch Flack wants to go with. And the 2-strike pitch is jammed over to second base. Backpedaling into shallow right is Jones. He'll catch it. So great start for Ryland Flack on the mound. Can of corn at the Keystone for Riley Jones. Retires Landon Freeze. That brings up, and Freeze had reached base on a single and a walk, and he scored a run, so the first time they've retired him today. Now up is Ronan Bjorum. Bjorum, a fly ball to shortstop and a fly ball to the backstop. And the same pitch that Flack had last AB, he doesn't get this AB, just a bit lower as he snaps off that first pitch. 1-0. The 1-0 is chopped softly towards the post 20 dugout. The count is now 1-1. Wahpeton post 20 staff has to be pretty happy about what they've gotten out of Ryland Flack so far today, twirling a 4-hitter with 1 down in the 5th. Flack's 1-1 is head high as he falls behind. And he has worked from behind some today, but only 2 walks. And the 2-1, he'll get a chase up in the zone. Comets just burning up on that fastball. Having trouble getting the bat around against Ryland Flack. 2-2 count. And Flack overthrows the fastball and gets away. Count is full. 2 games on tonight, folks. Both of them here on KBMW. We'll get another Minn Kota Egg Products mound visit. We'll see if this is the end of the line for Flack or a little pick-me-up from head coach Chris Kappas. We'll break with him, folks. 2-0. Post 400 Comets narrowly leading Wahpeton post 20 in the summer opener here on the i3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
All right, Wahpeton will dig into the bullpen. A fine opening day outing here for Rylan Flack to kick off the summer as he goes 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits allowed, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 runs. Fargo post 400. Comets lead 2-0 on your CFI scoreboard. I'm not sure if those were both earned runs or if just one of them was earned, but either way, 4 1/3 serviceable innings from Rylan Flack, a promising debut, and they will go to the hard-throwing Carter Bob Hockert. That sends Flack to second base, Jones to shortstop, Aiden Hayek will stay at third, Trayton King at first. Braxton Heitkamp remains your battery. Once again, folks, if you're just tuning in now, outfield left to right for Wahpeton, Evan Doctor in left. Up the middle, it's Braden Steffens, Kason Pincinalt roaming right. 1 down, and Hockert will take over with a full count. So the very first pitch he throws, very important here with Wahpeton trailing by 2. Payoff pitch on the way, well up out of the zone. Call it a 1-pitch walk as Hockert puts the man on. That was Ronan Bjorum reaching for the first time today. That brings up Seth Egan. Egan always fools me. I think he's a lefty because he walks right through the batter's box when he heads to the plate. But the righty will dig in with 1 down, 1 on. And Hockert with a premium fastball knee high, 0-1. Runner's leaning. He'll stay put. Hockert sails that fastball wide. Count is 1-1 to Seth Egan. Ronan Bjorum with a 6-pitch walk over at first base and getting a little antsy over there. No steal attempts yet. He'll go. Great jump. Here comes Heitkamp. Pop-up throw on the money, but he stole that one off Hockert. He got a great jump. He was moving before Hockert's leg lifted, and he's in with the first steal of the game on the first attempt of the game. So Bjorum into scoring position with 1 down. That was ball 2. It's a 2-1 count to Egan. Egan will hit that one off the end cap onto First Street as he can't quite reach the outside fastball. Count is 2-2. Hockert trying to help out Rylan Flack's final line and strand that runner at second. 1 out. Strikeout here would go a long way to that mission. He comes set, takes a look, takes another. Slide step home. That one soft off the end cap behind second base. Jones. He's going to drop it on the transfer. So Wahpeton will get the out. That's not Jones, that's Flack, excuse me. So Rylan Flack goes from the mound to second base, helps his own cause. Thought about trying to double the runner up at second and drop the ball, pulling it out of his mitt, but the umpire right on top of it. So 2 outs. Wahpeton trying not to fall behind anymore as they have had trouble with the bat today. Tucker Molden, RBI single last time. He'll lay off a sweeper, misses the plate. Nice lunging grab by the catcher Braxton Heitkamp. Jackson Molden. A walk and a single. Tough out today. That's a strike on the outside corner. Highcamp trying to catch the runner stealing third, but he won't be able to get the ball out. So back-to-back stolen bases for Ronan Bjorum. He's making the walk hurt. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Post 400 already leading 2-0 on your CFI scoreboard. Carter Hockert coming on in relief, trying to slam the door in the 5th. And his 1-1. Little flip swing inside out foul. Another 2-strike count here. Wahpeton down to its final 3 innings at the plate, trailing by 2. And Hockert trying to bring them back to the plate. He'll miss outside. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. 2 stolen bases for Ronan Bjorum has him at third, with Jackson Molden at the plate. Righty on righty matchup. Hockert fires. And Hockert, strike 3 looking. Nice tight slider. And he'll strand the runner at first. That'll help out the final line for Ryland Flack, who has put Wahpeton in contention today with a great start on the mound. Hockert comes in and does a great job. Actually came in with a full count. Walks that batter. That was Bjorum. Bjorum stole second and third, but Hockert ends the inning with a backward K for out number 3, and that is the 1, 2, 3, third inning that Wahpeton has ended with a strikeout. So their pitchers are really going out there with that, as Chris Kappas calls it, bulldog mentality. When there's traffic around them, game on the line, in a tight game like this, they've been able to finish the frame themselves. We'll take a quick 30, folks. It's 2-0 Comets. Lead post 20 here on your CFI scoreboard. It is the bottom of the 5th.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Back at here at John Randall, and Wahpeton is just trying to find a way to win this game. They have 1 hit, but they have held post 400 Comets to 4 hits, and the Comets have a very slim 2-0 lead on your CFI scoreboard. It's one of those games, first game of the summer. You got some new guys on the team, some guys coming back from last year that didn't play this spring, some guys who were on the team last year but ran track this spring, and you're just trying to gel it all together. And you got to think, man, we're not playing that great. Definitely not offensively. Defense and pitching has been there. But if we can find a way to win this game, it'll be like taking a freebie. You know, if you lose the game, you understand you didn't really do enough offensively. But if you win the game, you'll take a gift from the baseball gods. And winning a couple games early is really important in a grueling schedule. They play a lot of games this summer. They're headed back to Omaha again for the Battle of Omaha. You'll take the early wins where you can get them. Eli Kappas trying to start the party here. He will lead off. Struck out looking his first time. Peterson back on the mound. Ben Peterson, who came on in relief. Madden Dorr with 3 no-hit innings. Peterson promptly gave up a double to Aiden Hayek, but he got out of the jam. So bottom 5, season opener at John Randall. We're getting closer to the winning innings, the 6th and 7th. Wahpeton trying to tie it or take the lead here, down 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Eli Kappas will bat from the right side to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Kappas takes the first pitch in and high, 1-0. Kappas, who 2 years ago was hit in the face by a pitch at the Perm tournament, required a number of stitches. He likes to crowd the plate. He'll do what it takes to get on. And the 1-0 nearly hits him. He's a big target in there, big, strong right-handed batter, breathing down on the plate. Kind of hard for the pitcher to miss. So Kappas with a generous count here, 2-0 against Peterson. Wahpeton trying to break through. Just 1 hit in this ball game. And Kappas hits that one hard, but right at the second baseman who's playing up the middle. And he's retired on a 4-3 ground out. That'll bring up Trey King. Nearly beat out a routine grounder to short his first time. And this is my first time witnessing his elite speed today. I mean, you got Carter Hockert, extremely fast. You have Braden Steffens. Riley Jones can run a little bit. Doctor can scoot. But King, he might be the fastest player on this team. We'll see if he can use that speed here to put the pressure on the Comets. And King will swing over the top of strike one. You know, the Huskies putting the ball in play today. Not very many strikeouts. Just 2 strikeouts. And the 0-1 to King, and he'll hit that one hard to center. It's drifting. Center fielder has a beat, and another ball that was absolutely mashed by post 20. Finds the mitt of post 400, a tough out. Trayton King got nearly all of that one. Just not carrying very much today. King flies out to center field. Good job tracking it out there by Thomas Cotterbaugh. On a hotter day, that one might be over the wall. 2 up, 2 down. Evan Doctor trying to flip the card around. Doctor walked in his first appearance. He'll take ball 1 up and out. Great eye at the plate for Doctor. Is a threat to lay a bunt down, especially from the left side with the push or pull as he's leaving the box. And at this point, it doesn't matter how. Wahpeton needs to get to first base and a little further, trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th on your CFI scoreboard. Peterson. He'll deliver. And swinging through it, as is Doctor. A little bit of a looping swing there. Count is 1-1. Peterson trying to work back-to-back scoreless relief innings. Peterson into the windup. 1-1 count to Doctor. And he'll miss high. 2-1. So Doctor trying to use those eyeballs to get a free ticket here to first base with 2 down. Top of the order waiting in the wings. Hockert, Steffens, Hayek. Peterson behind in the count. He'll fire. And Doctor, once again, looks like he's swinging right at the baseball. He's swinging through it as it just evades the bat at the last second. Count is even. Deuce is wild. Wahpeton in danger of going down in order. Peterson into his lengthy windup. And Doctor will watch strike 3 grace the outside corner, and Wahpeton goes down 1-2-3. Peterson. Back-to-back scoreless innings. He's given up 1 hit. And that's all Wahpeton has in the game as we head to the winning innings. Top of the 6th up next. Post 400 looking to add on to their 2-0 lead on opening day for American Legion Baseball here at John Randall Field.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Get your vehicle ready for the traveling season with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get the 4th for just $1 with professional installation. Take advantage of up to $240 in stackable rebates on essential parts. From front and rear brake pads to rotors, shocks, struts, and tire pressure monitoring system sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Online at smithmotors.com.
Back here at John Randall Baseball Field in Wahpeton, post 400 Comets trying to rain on the parade today in the season opener. They lead 2-0 late in the ball game. Top of the 6th inning, Comets take to the plate. It is Carter Hockert out for his 2nd inning of relief. He came on with 1 out and a full count to the batter last inning. You don't see that very often. Walked the batter, but got out of the inning unscathed. Struck out the final man he saw. And now coming to the plate with a 2-0 lead, Tucker Cozen. Cozen 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch nearly hits him. 1-0. We haven't had too many theatrics in this ball game. Maybe they're saving it all for the final 2 innings. As Hockert falls behind 2-0, his fastball dips and dives out of the zone. Hockert working out of an abbreviated windup, and he'll jam the batter. Hockert's got a play on it up the line, and he'll catch it. Nearly a collision between Kozin and Hockert, but the batter loops around, and Hockert hauls it in right on the first base line for the first out. And the Wahpeton pitching staff continues to do its part. 1 up, 1 down. That brings up Reese Evenson 0 for 2. This part of the lineup. 6, 7, 8, 9. No hits on the day, just 1 walk. Evenson trying to flip that trend. He'll flip it foul. So Hockert finding the zone now. Trying to go right at the bottom half of this order. And the 7-hitter, Evenson, he'll hit that one foul to the right side late on the first 2 pitches of this AB. And the Minnesota Twins getting blanked today by the Chi-Town White Sox 8-0. 0-2 count here from Hockert. Hockert will miss. Down and out. Twins 29-34, and would you look at that? The White Sox 33-29. Must be a simulation we're living in. 1-2. Hockert delivers. And that one is hit pretty hard to center. And hauled in, no problem out there by Braden Steffens. Ball kind of curved its way right to where he was playing. Hit right on the button. Wahpeton's had a few of those today. Post 400 with a tough look out as well off the bat of Evenson. It's got to be someplace in this park where the ball can land. Aiden Hayek found it. Little soft liner that snuck by the center fielder for Wahpeton's only hit. 2 outs. Hockert delivers, misses out. Game 2 tonight also on KBMW and KBMW News Live YouTube. Separate stream on our YouTube. The 1-0 misses downstairs. Close pitch from Hockert. He can't get the call. He'll have to battle through it. 2 balls, no strikes. Hockert fires, and he jams Essex. Essex had the tremendous catch in right field that he made look routine in the gap earlier in the ball game. No luck at the dish so far. A strikeout and a fly out to right. 2-1 to Essex. He'll flail at the outside fastball. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. Hockert looking to pitch the 3rd straight scoreless inning for post 20. 2-2, the righty fires. Strike 3 upstairs. Hockert climbs the ladder and gets an out in the attic. They're out of the inning, and they trail by just 2 runs. Wahpeton post 20 fans got to be optimistic here heading into the final 2 innings. Wahpeton down to their last 6 outs, trailing 2-0 to the post 400 Comets. Opening day baseball here at John Randall Field, and a great day for it. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster is engineered for the toughest field conditions, restores up to 4.5% more power and up to 5% better fuel economy in comparison to typical #2 diesel, keeping your operation running strong. 40% more effective at breaking down harmful engine deposits, and 2.5 times more effective at cleaning up and removing injector deposits in comparison to the previous generation of Cenex Premium Diesel fuel. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster helps keep your equipment running at peak efficiency from planting to harvest. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, power in the field, hour after hour.
Do or die for hometown Wahpeton post 20 as they hit the bottom of the 6th, trailing by a pair of runs on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. CFI representing auto owners. Good news for the Huskies. Top of the order up. Bad news, they won't get to face the starting pitcher for a third time around, as Madden Dorr was pulled after 3 hitless innings. Ben Peterson has come in and done a fine job in relief. Gave up a leadoff double to Aiden Hayek. Huskies unable to capitalize. That's the only hit of the ball game for Post 20. If you're just tuning in late in this one, we got a close one. 2-0, Post 400, Wahpeton up in the home half of the 6th. Carter Hockert will lead it off. Couple barrel balls to the outfield. Both were caught. One to right center, one to center. Center fielder caught both of those. That's Thomas Cotterbaugh out there. Hayek trying to find some grass. He'll take strike 1 on the outside corner as the lefty will look for something a little bit closer to the plate that he can drive. Hockert with tremendous speed, always a threat for extra bases. It's 0-1 from Peterson. And Hockert gets out in front of the 0-1. It's 0-2. Peterson going right at the leadoff man, with the comfort knowing he has 2 runs on the scoreboard. Peterson into the windup. The 0-2 sails away, 1-2. Staying on the outside half here to the lefty Hockert, trying to avoid the power pull. 307 down the right field line here at JR. And Hockert gets jammed on the 1-2, pops it behind short, and it'll drop. Hockert thinks about second. He'll settle for a Texas League single. That's what they call a slump buster. Wahpeton doubles their hit total. Second one of the ball game. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Wahpeton's got a man on. Carter Hockert. Just enough strength in the forearms there for Hockert to lift that one past the shortstop. It lands in the Bermuda Triangle, shallow left field. And Hockert can squeal around the bases. So we'll see what they do here if they pull the trigger and have him move. At the plate, it's Braden Steffens. Maybe a sacrifice bunt opportunity as well. And Steffens instead will take ball 1. No sign of stealing. No show of a bunt. This is the beauty of baseball. Every pitch, got to be on your toes. Hockert with a little bounce at first base. Small lead for Hockert. He'll stay put. Steffens will ground it up the middle. Double play opportunity. And they won't get it out, I don't think. And they're going to call him out at second base. It looked like he was popping up when the second baseman caught the ball. So a very tough break here for Post 20 as Hockert got to second in a hurry, but apparently the flip just beat him. We're going to get no argument from the coaches on the field, so no argument from me up here. We'll just call it great effort by Carter Hockert as he nearly averts the fielder's choice. So big out there for Post 400 as they get the lead runner. Steffens replaces Hockert at first base on the fielder's choice. And Hayek looking to go to the right side again in the power alley, and he's going to slap it back foul. That was about as close as you can get on a sliding force play at second base. Ball just beats Hockert. Wahpeton has 1 down, 1 on in the bottom of the 6th. Still trailing 2-0. Peterson goes home. Steffens steals. It's a hit and run. Aiden Hayek laces a single into left field. Back-to-back hits for Aiden Hayek. And he's fitting right in at that number 3 spot of the order. Double and a single for Hayek. That moves Steffens to second base. And now Ryland Flack comes to the plate. Ground ball to third. His last time up, and a fly out to right in the first. Flack represents the go-ahead run with 1 down at the plate as he digs in to face Peterson. Peterson takes his time, gets the sign, comes set. And Flack will get jammed at the knees inside. Fantastic first pitch strike there from Ben Peterson. Flack looking for his first hit of the game in crunch time with Wahpeton down 2. Peterson comes set. 0-1 to Flack. Flack, a great job holding off and watching that curveball work its way out of the zone. And also a very nice stop there in a clutch situation by Jackson Molden behind the plate. Pass ball would move 2 runners into scoring position. Tying run is at first base. Aiden Hayek after the single. 1-1 count, 1 down. Rylan Flack trying to get Wahpeton in this game. Flack will take outside. Another nice stop. You're just not going to get anything by the catcher today, Jackson Molden. Gives you a little freedom as a pitcher, being able to snap off your strikeout pitches, knowing that your catcher is a brick wall. 2-1. Third time today, Flack has worked himself into a 2-1 count. We'll see if he gets a fastball in a shoebox that he can send a mile. Two one on the way, outside, 3-1. Walk would load the bases. On deck, the very capable Kaysen Pinsenalt. (3-1) to Rylan Flack with 2 runners on. Wahpeton trailing by 2, down to their final 4 outs, 5 outs of the ball game. And Flack will take a ball down and out. A 5-pitch walk for Rylan. And the bases are juiced for post 20, trailing 2-0. Let's see if they can play some hero ball after a quick high camp construction mound visit. Don't go anywhere. Opening day has not disappointed. Fargo post 400, locked in a battle with Wahpeton post 20. Comets leading 2-0 on your CFI scoreboard.
Comdell Innovation would like to wish the teams good luck in the games tonight. We are now hiring production technicians with opportunities to make $19.50 or more per hour, working 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 to 7 or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
That was a big walk there by Rylan Flack to load the bases. It moves the tying run to second with 1 out. And it's just a tremendous job of veteran hitting from Rylan Flack. Not getting too cute. You know, not trying to go outside of your normal strike zone to make something happen. Flack didn't see anything he liked. Finds himself on first base with a walk. And Peterson finds himself in quite the jam. 2-0 lead, 1 down. Runners everywhere for post 20. Kaysen Pinsenalt, the 5-hitter, steps to the plate. Peterson versus Pinsenalt. 2-0 Comets. Bottom 6. Opening day. First pitch on the way. In the dirt. And a walk here would muddy things up a whole lot more, as Wahpeton could cut the lead in half without swinging the bat. You could hear a pin drop here. Bases loaded. Pinsenalt hits it to center. It's down. 1 run will score. Fielded cleanly. They'll hold Hayek up. It's a 2-1 game. Kaysen Pinsenalt pokes an RBI single in the bottom of the 6th. And post 20 is 90 feet away from notching this baby up. Just stayed on the ball, dropped the bat head right over the pitcher into center field. And another nice play by Thomas Cotterbaugh out there, making sure it didn't get by him. But Kaysen Pinsenalt with an RBI single, Wahpeton now up to 4 hits, 3 of them coming in this inning. Steffens scores. Hayek to third, Flack to second. Bases loaded for Riley Jones. First pitch to Jones just does clip the outside corner. As we update the CFI scoreboard on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live, if you want to watch the finale, Wahpeton has just cut the lead to 1 in the bottom of the 6th. We'll punch in on the batter here, see if Jones can put a charge in to this ball with the bases loaded. Jones squares around to bunt. He gets it down. Great break from Hayek. We're tied and nobody's home at first. RBI bunt single. Head coach Chris Kappas pulls out the book of small ball and Riley Jones executes. Tied up on opening day at JR. Back-to-back RBIs, Pincinald and Jones. Wahpeton has 4 hits in the inning. Both teams fighting tooth and nail to get to what may be the winning number of 3 runs in this game. Eli Kappas trying to extend this rally that Wahpeton has going and make it a crooked number. Perfect bunt from Jones as he pushes it up the third base line. First baseman breaking, of course, thinking he might pull it with an Ichiro bunt. He fools him and beats it out. So Riley Jones with the bunt single. We're all tied at 2. That'll be the end of the line for Peterson. As post 400, we'll figure out who the closer is. Peterson gives up 2 runs on 5 hits, and he'll leave with the bases loaded. Back in about 60 seconds after the High Camp Mound visit, folks. Don't go anywhere. 2-2 opening day Legion baseball. Wahpeton post 20, all tied up with the Fargo post 400 Comets.
This is Kelly from Farm City Supply. From pumps to tanks, we have the sprayer supplies you need to keep your operation going. We have both Pacer transfer pumps and Hypro sprayer pumps in stock, as well as seal kits and impellers. Ace Rotomold tanks are in stock in many shapes and sizes. If your operation is more of the backyard variety, we have Fimco lawn sprayers. Don't forget to pick up Trimec and Barrier to keep your dandelions and other weeds under control. Stop in to Farm City Supply in Breckenridge. Hardware, farm, home.
Here is where bombs are launched, corners are painted, and extra bases are erased before they even happen. Here is where pours are always perfect and the sunsets show off. Here is where happy hour prices every Friday mean $2 beers, $2 dogs, $2 snacks. Those are all-star numbers. Here is your budget giving you a slow clap, because this is Target Field. There's no place like here. Get your tickets at twins.com.
So let's unpack the pure cinema here in the 6th inning for you folks. Wahpeton entered the inning with 1 hit, an Aiden Hayek double, and they have tacked on 4 in the 6th, resulting in 2 runs. That ties the game here on opening day. Buckle up. It's going to be a fun finish. Post 400 going to their second relief pitcher as they call upon number 3, Gordon Barch. Peterson chased from the mound after allowing 2 runs on 4 consecutive hits. Capped off with a RBI single from Kaysen Pincinal to score Hayek, an RBI bunt single from Rylan Jones to score Hayek. Steffens scored on the first single. So Steffens and Hayek come around to score, tie this thing up on RBIs by Pincinal and Jones. And now Eli Kappas will have a chance to hit with runners everywhere. Something in the gap could bust this game open. And this is another straight switch, so Barch comes in to pitch. Same thing Peterson did for Doors. So Fargo post 400 may have some just primary pitchers, which you don't see a lot in North Dakota Legion either. But the first pitch from Barch coming right up to Eli Kappas. He overthrows it, but once again, Gold Glove behind the plate. Jackson Molden with the backhand pick. Everybody holding their breath here. Wahpeton fans hoping to complete a comeback here after being hitless by the starter, Door. In post 400, hoping to avoid an implosion. Kappas takes down and out, 2-0, nowhere to put him. High pressure situation as a reliever. Coming in, nobody out, bases loaded. Kappas 2-0, he can sit on 1 pitch. And Kappas chops the 2-0 pretty hard down the third baseline foul. Just got on top of a pitch that he liked and couldn't keep it inside the chalk. Corners playing up, trying to get a double play ball home to 1 to end the inning and keep it tied. He'll square around to bunt. He gets it down. And the runner scores. Kappas thrown out at first base, but 2 bunt singles to take the lead for Wahpeton. Don't tell me baseball purism is dead. Small ball wins the day, and Wahpeton goes up 3-2. Sacrifice bunt. Not a single for Eli Kappas. Apples to oranges. It's a run. 3-2. Wahpeton post 20 in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2 more runners out there for Trey King. Perfect bunt down the third base side by Eli Kappas. Pitch on the way to King. He'll take strike 1. Outside corner. King, a strong righty with a lot of power in his stick. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Facing Barch. Second batter for Barch here in the 6th inning. Called upon to close it out. He'll miss inside, right above the shoelaces, 1-1. A walk here would bring Wahpeton to the 9-hitter, Evan Doctor. One count, Trey King. King hits that hard to center field, drifting back. Again, Cotterbaugh with great range. He'll catch it over the shoulder. But Wahpeton post 20 reels off 3 straight runs. They get an RBI single from Pincinalt, RBI bunt single from the lefty Riley Jones, sacrifice RBI bunt from Eli Kappas, and they kill him with kindness. A lot of soft contact and small ball is what Chris Kappas goes to when the going gets tough. Wahpeton's going to look to close it out with a comeback win. When we come back with the top of the 7th inning, what more could you ask for? Opening day baseball on AM 1450 KBMW.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
If you're Carter Hockert, you'd love to avoid facing the top of the order in the top of the 7th with a 1-run lead for Wahpeton post 20. He won't have a choice. It's 9 top. Ty Thingvold. This will be a big at-bat for both players as they try to will their team to victory on opening day. Thingvold takes strike 1, belt high inside corner. Hockert with a chance to work ahead. Wahpeton 3 outs away from a thrilling comeback win. In the 0-1, just off the plate, Heitkamp tries to pull it back in. Can't get the call. We're even. Hockert working quickly into the windup. Fouled back, 1-2 count. Hockert coming on with 1 out in the 5th. He has 2 strikeouts. A pitch that broke too much for Braxton Heitkamp to handle. Gets to the backstop. 2-2. Wahpeton has the bottom half of the inning, hoping they don't need it. 2-2 on the way. And Hockert. Strike 3 looking. No question about that pitch as Hockert went right into the zone. That caught a lot of the center cut. Hockert benefits with a strikeout. 1 down in the 7th inning. Back to the top of the order, the dangerous Thomas Cotterbaugh. First pitch to Cotterbaugh. In on the handle. Fouled back on top of the concourse. Carter Hockert coming on in relief. He would be the pitcher of record after Ryland Flack threw 4 1/3 excellent innings on his opening day start. 0-1. Hayek breaks off the bender. Had the batter playing twister there. Started twitching the arms, getting the leg kick loaded. Just didn't know what to do with that filthy off speed. 0-2. Here comes Hockert. Just off the outside black. Hockert plays with another backward K. 1-2 to Thomas Cotterbaugh. That one is fouled back onto First Street. So Cotterbaugh stays alive. He's struck out once in this game to go along with a single, a run, and a ground out to shortstop. Hockert had his number on that play. Trying to get him now as a pitcher. He'll fly it to right field. Looks like Pincinelt's got a play on it, and he will haul it in. Wahpeton is 1 out away from hoisting the opening day W. Cotterbaugh with an F9 brings up Landon Freeze. Again, post 400, who led up until the bottom of the 6th when Wahpeton scored 3 runs to take a 1-run lead on your CFI scoreboard. Hockert trying to nail down the win. He'll miss high to Landon Freeze. Hockert goes outside and can't catch the corner. Suddenly it's 2-0 to the 2-man. Post 400 trying to put the tying run on base with the meat of their order on deck. That one is fouled back. Landon Freeze did not miss that pitch by much as it glances off the top of the barrel and into the netting. Freeze trying to extend this ball game. He's up in the count 2-1. And he'll swing through an elevated fastball. Mano y mano. Hockert wins that battle. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. Can Wahpeton complete the opening day comeback? Just getting a piece on the end of the barrel is Landon Freeze to extend the game. Hockert tries to get the chase up and in on the hand. Count is full. Tying run at the plate with 2 down for post 400. And that one is hit hard to left field towards the line, trailing. It is fair. A big-time hit by Landon Freeze. He's into second base, standing. And the tying run reaches on an extra base hit down the left field line. Full count, Landon Freeze deposits that deep to left field. That brings up Ronan Bjorn. Hitless today, he does have a walk. A single could tie this game up here with 2 outs in the 7th. Second extra base hit of the day. Double for Aiden Hayek on the Wahpeton side. Double for Landon Freeze on the Comets side. Hockert will look to regroup and get out of here. Hockert steps off the rubber to clear his head and digs back in. Number 3 spot of the order here. Wahpeton leading by 1. Hockert tasked with finishing this game on the mound. First pitch misses upstairs. It's a double-edged sword here. If you don't get Bjorum out, not only is the tying run either in or on base, the winning run is as well. Hockert misses in the dirt. Back-to-back balls from Caden Hockert with 3, 4, 5 on the docket for post 400. It's 3-2 Wahpeton here, top of the 7th, 2 down. Opening day baseball has us holding our breath. Hockert comes set with a 2-0 count. He delivers, and he'll drop a curveball right down Broadway, 2-1. Little dangerous get-me-over pitch. He bet right. Ronan Bjorum. 2 stolen bases his last time on. He'll chop that one to third. Hayek is going to knock it down, throw it to first in the dirt, and King, a little bit of trouble fielding the ball in the dirt, goes underneath his glove. Lucky for post 20, it bounces off his shin and stays on the infield. So an E5 extends the inning. And the emotions here in the crowd have went from jubilation to fear as post 20 gets right back in the game. And we'll get a Minn Kota or a High Camp Construction mound visit. So Bjorum hits a pretty hard ball to third. Hayek has some trouble handling it, throws it low. Bjorum to first. And Landon Freeze gets all the way to third. So the tying run at third, the winning run on first. Wahpeton stuck on 2 outs as they face this poor post 400 lineup in the 7th inning. We'll stay right here. I'm not sure how long this mound visit is going to be. Looks like Chris Kappas is taking his time trying to get his message across. As winning your first game of the year, it's a big deal. Number one, you don't have to worry about falling to 0-2. 0-2 is a tough place to be if you're any team because you got to win back-to-back games just to get back to even. You win your first game, you can kind of let the weight off your shoulders, play a little bit looser, and a lot of times that means playing a little bit better. Wahpeton trying to hang on after knocking home 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. They lead by 1. Carter Hockert will try to sit down Seth Egan. Egan flares that one deep down the right field line, trailing foul, out of play. Hockert has gotten up in these counts, but all day long, post 400, very patient at the plate, very disciplined. They haven't extended the strike zone. 0-1 to Egan. And Hockert will overthrow the fastball. 1-1. Wahpeton 1 out away from winning this game. Post 400, 1 swing away from tying it. Egan hits that to center. It'll drop. Tie ball game. Steffens gets it into the infield. And now all Wahpeton can hope for is a chance in the bottom half. 3-3 as post 400 has a rally of their own. They put their caps on inside out, come out of the dugout swinging. And boy, oh boy, what a game we've had today, folks. Egan with the game-tying line drive to center field. That scores Freeze and moves Bjorum to second. Jackson Molden at the plate, an RBI single earlier today. As Hockert at the uppermost part of the zone, once again, for the 3rd straight hitter, gets ahead. Three game. Winning run on second for post 400. Go-ahead run, I should say. Top of the 7th. Good location from Hockert, just a bit inside, and the count is 1-1. Every pitch feels so important at this stage of the game. Hockert set. Little yo-yo game with the runner at second. Hockert fires. His off-speed pitch low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Could be a late night here, folks. Game 2 was supposed to start now. We're all tied in game 1, top of the 7th. Hockert comes set, fires, and again, he'll hit the top of the belt buckle. Batter wanted a quick pitch on that one. May have had a point. Umpires are a lot closer to the play, and both of them thought that Hockert came set. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Hockert trying to keep it tied after 400 rallies. And Hockert overthrows the pitch. Runner goes to third. Throw is there. It's off Hayek's glove. Heickamp took just a split second to realize the runner was stealing, and that was enough for the runner to get into third. A tough ask of Hayek to reach across his body and make a tag on that. And the go-ahead run is now 90 feet away. Just not quite enough urgency from Heickamp to rip that thing off. And Bjorum now has 3 stolen bases. Count is full. Runner at first can move on the pitch. Hockert undergoing a long inning here, and he'll miss. And Heickamp a little mixed up there, not realizing the runner got second. He tries to throw it through, and Hockert actually snags it at the mound. So the bases are loaded. Wahpeton entered the inning with all the momentum, taking a 3-2 lead. But post 400 has tied it up, loaded the bases with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Scoreboard today presented by Carlson Family Insurance. Tucker Cozen at the plate. Bjorum on third. Egan on second. Hockert on the mound for Wahpeton. The first pitch nearly hits Tucker Cozen. Next run would put post 400 up, heading into the bottom of the 7th. Hockert set. He'll fire in the dirt, 2-0. Cozen figures to be very picky here, as a walk would give his squad the lead. Hockert taking his time. Glove rests at his belt, slide step home. Slow roller up the middle, tough play. Here comes Jones, throw to first, sidearm. What a play by Jones. As we stayed on the play at shortstop, wanted to get you a great angle of Jones breaking on that ball, and he bared down on that ball and made a very tough crossbody throw on the run to keep this ball game tied. Fantastic defensive play as Jones moves from second to start the game over to shortstop. Shows why he's a captain right there. 3-3 is your score. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, Wahpeton trying to score for the second straight inning and head out of here into the nightcap with a win.
Burgers Body and Glass wants to wish the Blades best of luck in tonight's game. What's the best decision after a collision? Burgers Body and Glass, providing 24-hour towing, paintless dent repair, bed liners, powder coating. Burgers has the ability to ensure proper calibration and detailing after bodywork on vehicles with advanced sensor systems. Burgers Body and Glass, Highway 13, West Wahpeton. Good luck, BW Blades.
Big time play by Riley Jones at shortstop to end the threat, but not before the post 400 Comets tie the game at 3. 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th gave Wahpeton a brief 1-run lead, and the Comets get the one they need back. And Wahpeton will get the final say here in the bottom of the 7th as we potentially get some bonus baseball. And I'll be up way past my bedtime. Game 2 tonight scheduled to start 7 minutes ago. We're going to be at least 40 minutes behind tonight. We will also have that game. But right now, it's 3-3 in the bottom of the 7th. Wahpeton takes to the plate.
Leading off the home half of the 7th. Pitch hitter, number 1, Dylan Bierstraight.
So Dylan Bierstraight will lead off the bottom of the 7th as a pinch hitter. His time to shine. He pinch hits for Evan Doctor. Wahpeton trying to pull out all the stops here to get this opening day win. Bierstraight takes a hack at the first pitch, can't connect on a high fastball, 0-1. It is Gordon Barch back out on the bump, his second inning of relief. Barch out of the windup. Bierstraight takes strike 2. Tough pitch to handle, down and away, as Barch has total command of the zone to start this inning. Crowding the plate is Bierstraight now. Maybe looking to get hit. 0-2. Barch changes up his delivery and misses outside. Little double toe tap on the windup, trying to throw off the timing of the pinch hitter Bierstraight. He lays off. Barch, the righty, out of the windup. Glove starting at the belt buckle. Steps back, toe kick, leg lift, curveball, check swing. And he's going to get called out once again by the home plate umpire, so no appeal. And apparently he broke the plane of the zone or broke his wrist on that check swing. Wahpeton looking for an appeal. It's going to fall on deaf ears. 1 up, 1 down. So Bierstraight down on strikes, brings up the top of the order, Carter Hockert. Barch taking his sweet time in the windup, pauses at the top, misses inside, and I mean, it looks cool and all, but it hasn't worked for him so far when he goes to that slow motion windup. Went right back to his regular delivery and punched out Bierstraight. And he'll miss upstairs, 2-0, and if you put Carter Hockert on, you run the risk of him stealing second. Next run wins it for Wahpeton. 3-3, bottom 7, 1 down. Pitch on the way to Hockert, and Hockert takes outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Golden opportunity for Wahpeton to put the winning run on. Barch digs in his glove, dries his fingers off. 3-0 count. Bottom 7 of a tie game. And the 3-0 bell tie, inner half, strike 1. Barch looks to battle all the way back from 3-0. Pitch on the way, off the plate. Winning run reaches first base. It is Carter Hockert with the 1-out walk, bringing up Braden Steffens. Steffens reached on a fielder's choice his last time up, came around to score. That made it 2-2. That made it 2-1, excuse me. Then Aiden Hayek tied it. Steffens at the plate. It's a strike at the knees. So 0-1 to Braden Steffens in the 2-hole, looking for his first hit of the season. Good speed at first, but a slightly open stretch here makes it tough to run, as he's already kind of favoring first base. He'll stay put. Looked like a curveball that just did not rotate. Goes right by the front shoulder of Steffens, nearly a hit by pitch. Count is 1-1. Once again, folks, it's 3-3. Wahpeton has Hockert on first base with 1 out. Bottom 7, Braden Steffens at the plate. 1-1 on the way to Steffens, and he'll take outside. So the top of the order here for Wahpeton, getting ahead in the counts against Barch. Something in the gap could potentially score Hockert from first here and end this ball game. Fantastic play by the catcher, as we've said several times today. Jackson Molden diving into the lefty batter's box, gloving that one before it could ever hit the ground. Count is 3-1. Hockert forced to stay at first. 3-1 to Braden Steffens. He'll hit it up the middle softly. It bounces off the base for a single and into center field. What a break for Wahpeton in a 3-3 game. Steffens with a little bleeder over the mound. It hits second base, evades the second baseman into shallow center. And that is a single. Grab your pencil, put it in the book. It counts the same, and it's a big one. One of the softest hits of the game. Goes down as Wahpeton's 6th hit, and Braden Steffens puts the ball in play. Good things happen. Runners on the corners. Winning run at third base. They're going to talk it over quick. Big time play by Steffens. That's one way to get your first hit of the season with a little luck. And that's the game of baseball. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And in the late innings today, post 20 has certainly had the moxie. Hockert gets all the way to third on a shallow grounder. Steffens at first base. That'll bring up the heaviest hitter in this post 20 lineup, Aiden Hayek. Back in 30 seconds after a quick break. We'll see if Wahpeton can walk it off on KBMW.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Comets want to talk it over. Wahpeton post 20, 90 feet away from taking the opening day victory in walk-off fashion. It'll come down to the bat of Aiden Hayek in the 3-hole. Hayek 2 for 2 with a double, a single, a hit by pitch, and a run. Trying to add an RBI to his ledger in the bottom of the 7th. Fastball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and it's the first time we've seen anything get behind Jackson Molden today. Carter Hockert was sniffing that one out, thought about making a break for the plate. Wisely stays put at third. 1-0 to the 3-man, Aiden Hayek, trying to walk it off here at JR. Pitch on the way. It's going to be a squeeze. And Hayek gets it down. Are they going to say it hit him? They're going to say he didn't get his bat on the squeeze. So Wahpeton wins on the failed squeeze. And out of all the things that could happen today, Tuesday's gone with the wind. Wednesday's here with a win for Wahpeton Post 20 as they attempt a squeeze. Nearly takes Aiden Hayek's teeth out. Misses the bat. A pass ball as Carter Hockert comes home to win the game. 4-3, Wahpeton Post 20. Held hitless by the starter today. Madden Dorr did not break through until 3 runs in the 6th. They tack on the penultimate run in the 7th, and they walk out of here on a wild pitch. Wow. So opening day goes Wahpeton's way. Post 400, a little bit of heartbreak. They'll have a chance to rebound as the nightcap game coming up on KBMW News Live YouTube in just a bit. One more time with the final, 4-3. Wahpeton Post 20 wins. Back in 30 seconds, we'll reel through your player of the game and play of the game. Then we'll get the lineups for game 2. Fire up the second stream as Wahpeton wins on a pass ball. I can't count the amount of times, well, I can count the amount of times I've seen that on one hand covering baseball. Bases loaded pass ball. Huskies with a Post 20 with a walk-off win here on opening day at John Randall Field.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
After a grinding 2-hour and 16-minute baseball game to open the American Legion baseball season, an anticlimactic finish as Wahpeton wins on a wild pitch. They were attempting to squeeze bunt. Carter Hockert in from third. All Aiden Hayek could do was get the heck out of the way. The ball sailed to the backstop. Wahpeton will take it, and they win their first game of the summer. Game 2 slated to come up in just a bit on our YouTube channel on a separate stream and on AM 1450 KBMW. Welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show. We'll jump right in it, be quick so that we can run down and get the new lineups. And we'll start off with your Essentia Health player of the game. It's got to go to the guy who carried the offense tonight, and that's going to go to Aiden Hayek. So Aiden Hayek comes up with a single, a double, a hit by pitch, a run. He was not retired, and he was able to get out of the way of a beanball and also get the bat out of the way on the squeeze play at the end of the game, which helps Wahpeton win. So Hayek comes up with a hit by pitch in the first inning, representing Wahpeton's only base runner until the third. And then Hayek comes through with a double in the 5th, a single in the 6th, comes around to score the tying run. Ryland Flack would come around to score the go-ahead run, and eventually the winning run is Caden Hockert in the bottom of the 7th inning. So your Essentia Health player of the game, Aiden Hayek, proves his bat belongs in the number 3 spot of the order. The only extra base hit of the day for Post 20, one of 4 runs on the day for Post 20, and he also had a couple nice snags at third base. Not able to complete the play on those, but showing off his glove a little bit, showing what we have to look forward to this summer. And for your Red River Agency play of the game, presented by your local agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard, this is a tough one. There's just so many big plays in this game. You know, RBIs from Pincenalt, RBI bunt from Riley Jones. You know, you could pretty much go with anything offensively. It was hard to come by, so every single hit, all 6 of them in this game, were candidates for play of the game. But I'm going to the defensive side, and I'm going with that Riley Jones charging play in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded, tied at 3. Jones comes and fields a ball, rolling right behind the mound. Nice little sidearm throw across his body, strands 3 runners, and ultimately helps Wahpeton win this ball game. So Jones with the web gem, and that was a tough play. That was, I would say, 90% of infielders aren't going to get to that ball and make that throw, but Jones did in the most critical time of the game, and he helps Wahpeton keep it tied. So Jones with the charging play at shortstop in the top of the 7th, with runners all around him, is your Red River Agency play of the game. And some honorable mentions here for player of the game. Ryland Flack on the bump. Tremendous. 4 1/3 innings from Flack. 4 hits, so less than a hit an inning. 4 Ks, just 2 free passes as he gives up 2 earned runs, gets the no decision. Carter Hockert comes in and does enough to get the win. And for Carter Hockert, he found a way to get back to the zone. 2 strikeouts in his 2 2/3 innings of relief, and he'll get the win tonight. And Wahpeton does it behind the right arms of Rylan Flack and Carter Hockert. 4-3 is your final today, folks, in game 1. Just finding a way to win. It happens on a wild pitch. Wahpeton pulled out the squeeze bunt. They didn't have to use it as the pitch sailed to the backstop, and Carter Hockert wins it for Wahpeton. Taking a look at the Wahpeton hitters here on your State Farm stat report. Braden Steffens, fielder's choice. He scored a run. Carter Hockert 1 for 3 with a single. 2 hard outs to the outfield. Aiden Hayek, once again, your player of the game today, as he goes 2 for 2 with a hit by pitch, a double, and a run. Rylan Flack walked and scored a run. Kaysen Pincinot with a big RBI single in the 6th inning to start the party of this comeback. Riley Jones had a bunt RBI single to follow up Pincinot. And then Eli Kappas with another big play that could have been play of the game, an RBI sacrifice bunt to help tie this ball game. Trey King goes 0 for 3. Again, some loud contact deep in the outfield. Evan Doctor goes 0 for 1 with a walk. Dylan Veerstrate strikes out as a pinch hitter, and that's how Wahpeton goes. And for post 400 today, Thomas Cotterbaugh, tremendous range in center field to go along with a single and a run atop the order. Landon Freeze with a double, a single, and 2 walks for Landon Freeze. So a big game for him, reaching base 4 times. Ronan Bjorum, 3 stolen bases in this game. Seth Egan with the big RBI single in the 7th to tie this game up, as Egan went right up the teeth of the defense with a liner up the middle to tie this game back up when his team trailed by 1 in the 7th. Jackson Molden with an RBI single and a walk in this ball game. Tucker Cozen, he goes 0 for 3. Reese Evenson 0 for 3. Michael Essex 0 for 3. Ty Thingvold 0 for 2. He does reach on a walk. Matthew Dorr starts this ball game 3 hitless innings. So I'm not sure if they're saving him for later this week, but they opened the door for Ben Peterson to come in. Did a pretty darn good job until he ran into the 6th inning, and Wahpeton had 4 consecutive hits. And then closing it out, taking the loss, is Gordon Borch coming into a high-pressure situation. Wahpeton in the 7th inning using a walk, a single, and a wild pitch to walk it off. All right, folks, it's time to finally close the book on Game 1, nearly 2.5 hours long. Game 2 here was supposed to start 23 minutes ago. I'd say 15 to 20 minutes will be the official first pitch. That will be back here on AM 1450 KBMW and also streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube. I'm Robert Wanick, signing off from the iconic John Randall Field, but back in a bit, right here on our YouTube channel.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.